Go ahead and start on the cold case radiator. You can see on my fenders bolt to the top of my original core support. The core support also, the new one, will bolt into these fenders here. Now 70 has a really weird hood latch assembly, unlike the 68 and 69. So I'm going to take some measurements from a certain location to where this mounts, probably from here to the ground. We have the car sitting on stops on the parts, so I have an extra front part. Now from here to here is about 6 inches, and honestly I think it's just going to look better if I just cut it all the way to the end. The core support has been cut out. We cleaned up some of the edges and stuff. We're going to test fit it real quick. First, test fit. Now, like I said, the 70 headlight bucket area on the fenders, they do go in a little different location, so it's preventing the core support from coming back all the way. So the hole here needs to move back a little bit. So definitely going to need a fabricator cut this out a little bit so this can all move backwards. Cleaned up some welds. We cleaned up the surface here. We cut out the back of our headlamp box, I guess you would call it. We even went ahead and capped off the end of the frame rail. Now we will go ahead and test fit the core support again. Holes are pretty close. We have a little bit of fitment yet to do, and these little corners are pretty tight. And then, so there is a little bit of a gap here, but that's okay because Cold Case sends you these adapters. Because, I mean, let's face it, these cars are old, they've been wrecked, they've been restored, everything's been modified, so things might be off, and you can take these plates, and then you can modify them to fit in there how you'd like. We might just take the Hemi real quick and just stuff it in the car just to see how everything fits. I have the engine in the car, the engine and trans, which still needs a little adjustment. And we stuck the valance panel on it. I have these shims in on one side. I did not need one for the other side. You can see we put some nice Allen head bolts in there. Everything's secured. I had modified this little bracket on your factory core support. This basically is welded onto your factory lower core support. We welded this little bracket on the back of it so we can continue to bolt this on. Now we have everything bolted up there. We have our hood latch bracket and everything hanging there. I marked the core support. We'll go ahead and take our measurements. Since this is all solid aluminum, we will drill a hole and we'll put some threads in there and use some nice bolts. My little handy dandy notebook. So from the core support end to the first bolt is 18 5/8. The second bolt is 25 inches and a 1/16. The third bolt is 31 inches and a half. Now I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to mount mine underneath, which will involve me bending this corner down flat. And just like that, we have our factory 70 Coronet hood latch back on. We went ahead, got the 3 bolts underneath there. All the threads and stuff are tapped into this. But that is it. Now it's going to be a few weeks before we can actually put the hood on. Follow along, because in a couple weeks we're going to finish doing some paint and body work to the engine bay, and we'll get the hood back on, and you will see that the hood fits